Hey everyone out there in the land of YouTube, this is Annette Dion. I'm the host and founder of the Psychic News Network, and today is Friday, August 26, 2022. If you can believe that. Wow. It's almost September. Welcome. Glad you're here. Lots going on as usual. I don't even know where to start, honestly. First off, thank you for joining me if you were there on Wednesday on my channel watching my impromptu music concert from Maine. Maine was just absolutely beautiful. Really nice to just change it up. It's really necessary to change it up. I have to remind myself of that. And yeah, that was fun. And it was beautiful there, and it was so great to connect with nature, and I highly recommend it. I recommend it to all my clients to get away, you know, do something different and reboot and recharge your battery. I just got back a few hours ago, so haven't even been home yet. But I did want to check in and see what's going on with this affidavit and all that. So we know that Trump is Putin's puppet. We've known that all along. I don't think I've ever thought anything different since 2015, 16, when we found out that that Putin helped him, that Russia interfered in the election. I mean, we got to go back and go, remember that? Remember, we knew that. That was factual. And then, you know, Trump threw our intelligence under the bus, our intelligence agencies under the bus in front of Putin in Helsinki, which, you know, at that time, I actually remember, that was 2018, that I actually felt that was a 9/11 moment. I felt such a treasonous betrayal from Trump at that time. And it's amazing to me, since then, we're here, and he's still a treasonous traitor. And there's been volumes and volumes and volumes of crimes. No wonder we get upset. And he's still walking free. So let's take a deep breath. Let's just recognize that had January 6th worked, had the attempted coup worked, we would be under a fascist regime right now. So to keep things in perspective, understand that we're not, and that we have a DOJ that's doing these investigations, and as heinous as these crimes are, and believe me, you know, you probably don't have to be a psychic to figure this out, but if you are a psychic, you can feel how much our national security secrets have been leaked. It's a lot. So remember, on Monday, if you watched my video on Monday, I said that the guides gave me the 4 words, enough people meditating together. Now, we had a great meditation on Tuesday. So to join us for that, AnnetteDion7@gmail.com, type 20 in the subject line, and we'll get you a Zoom invite for the Tuesday night meditation. It's just a half an hour, 7 to 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. It's remarkable that we are in a position that we are, where we have the potential to be okay. I mean that. We're in a precarious place. And I've said it before, January 6th not working is the one thing that gives me faith. Another thing that gives me faith is that after 9/11, we recovered. We might not have, you know. If you want to know, we'll take a look at the cards. If Trump sold our secrets, the answer is yes. I think I went over that on Monday. I have to go back and watch that video. The answer is yes. Have our enemies gotten, not all of them, but have our enemies had access and gotten some of our national security secrets? The answer is yes. I don't even need the pendulum for that. And you probably figure that yourself. I just want to look at, you know, it's funny because the guides today kept showing me this, and you make what you will of it, but I kept seeing the Waco situation. What year was that? I have a moth in here. The Branch Davidians and the Waco situation, when the federal government went in and it turned violent and people died. I'm not saying that that's going to happen, I just was kind of thinking about Trump being cornered, like legally, he's absolutely cornered. I mean, he's committed some really big crimes, and it will come down to he's going to be arrested. But I really think that today I was getting that the guys just said there's a Waco type looking situation coming for entertainment purposes only. And so I looked it up because I didn't remember exactly what had happened there. And then I went, oh, okay, that's interesting because I feel Trump cornered. But the main point about that I want to make is it's because he flips out. It's because he doesn't know where to turn. It's because for the first time in his life, he's held accountable. He's in trouble. He can't escape. He's tried everything. So that's what I see there. And let's take a look at the cards. We really do have to come together as a nation. We have heard this week that Americans are finally focused not on gas prices, but on, which are coming down, which I had predicted too. I said that I saw them several months ago. I said I saw gas prices coming down to under $4 a gallon. And up in Maine, I didn't see that. We found out that people are most concerned about saving democracy now. We were talking about this at our meeting last night, that we have kind of come into a new territory. The Republicans are being pretty quiet. I'm not hearing a lot out of them. I think if you're going to say something stupid, you're better off not saying anything at all. So maybe that's their school of thought right now. A lot of them have full awareness of what went on at Mar-a-Lago. They're not saying anything now. I see this country waking up, and it takes really drastic things in order for this country to wake up. But let's be woke, people. Let's be woke and proud. So I'm going to look at a few cards about where Trump is at. I mean, I feel like he's going to flip out. I don't want to tell you too many details of what I'm saying. It's not that it's horrible, but it's like, whoa. It's definitely like a whoa, everything just stops kind of situation. Okay, I'm going to take a look at the cards to elaborate on that. And while I'm pondering and reflecting, I hope that you all have had an opportunity to take a vacation. I'm just saying. I'm one of those people that tells everybody, you need to go on a vacation, you need to go on a vacation, right? And then even if you don't feel like you need to go on a vacation, you need to go on a vacation. Oh wait. How did this card get in here? I got the Lover card. It sneaked in from the other deck. I'm not using this deck. That's interesting. That's so unusual because I'm using the Cosmic Tarot, but the Hoods deck showed up. I don't know how I mixed up my cards like that. Anyway, it's the Lover card. So I was just talking about Americans coming together. And we are. Because look at it. There's a lot of universal things that are happening. Things that have universal, appeal in terms of we can't let that happen. This is too important. Like when you look at women's reproductive rights, well, that's kind of universal, right? We women want rights. But anyway, back to Trump. The Republicans are just being so stupid. So they're making it. We really have our work cut out for us. Those of us that want democracy. It's just. They've set it up. The Republicans have set it up for us to get democracy, except for that they're planning to mess with the votes. Like Ron DeSantis is up to some real nefarious stuff when it comes to voting. The man deserves to burn in hell. Ron DeSantis is like and Chris is, is running against him, and that's just awesome. So I do think Chris will win. I think Val Demings will win. Can I just say it got hot again? Jeez. Anyway, Donald Trump. This is him still up to his criminal stuff. He's still trying to get out of what he's in. But what I saw today in my vision I kept seeing was that he caved. In the sense of he flipped out because he caved because he couldn't have any defense. This is Donald Trump. I know it doesn't look anything like him, but they're just symbolic. Sometimes people want me to tell them what the name of the card is and everything, but I don't read them like that. That represents him. The Wheel of Fortune is all the information that's, being turned over to the DOJ. Tons and tons and tons and tons. I do get a sense that this is really kicking some of these agents into like high gear. And so the Secret Service documents that need to be, the information that needs to be protected, not all of it, but some of it is, they're being successful at protecting it. I am picking up that. And this is, well, Trump feels like I don't feel like he's saying much. He's just kind of waiting. I have the sense that Trump feels like he doesn't know what to think and that he probably has run out of thoughts in terms of what to do next. So that's where he's at right now. And I do pick up a lot of delusional thinking. Let's use our let's use this pendulum tonight. Let's see. Is he going to freak out? He's going to freak out. Okay. Will his freak out be dangerous to the United States of America? Will he put the United States in danger? No. He's going to freak out. The thing that I was concerned about was that he has the potential to, if he's cornered, to issue threats to the United States. Like, if you throw me in jail, I will do blah, blah, blah. And that may have been going on in some fashion, even if it was suspected to, be his response. It may be why the DOJ was so polite and waited. It might, is that why the DOJ was so polite? Because they were afraid that he'd do something drastic. No, it's not. They were trying to be respectful. I don't know why. The man doesn't deserve any respect whatsoever, in any form. Was the DOJ on to how much information that Trump had? Did they have an idea? Were they on to it? No. Somebody leaked. That's right. They didn't know how much more he had. They really didn't know. They didn't know how much more they had until that he had at Mar-a-Lago till they got tipped off. And then they went in, last month. That was last month, right? No, it was around the full moon. What a month it's been. So let's take a look. I've been thinking about Melania lately for some reason. Let's take a look at where's Melania at? Where's Melania at? Where's Melania? Where's Waldo? I'm looking for her in the cards. I get that she thinks I don't even feel Melania around him. I think she keeps a wide berth. And it's not just because he has a wide girth. I made a little joke there. Here's Melania. What did I do marrying this loser? Melania is really tortured right now. I don't think Melania is sleeping. And she's looking for a way out of her marriage. That's what I get about Melania. She's looking for a way to break her contract. Is she going to succeed in breaking her contract? The guides just said when Donald J. Trump is in trouble with the law. Well, he's in trouble with the law. Is she going to be able to break her contract, her marriage contract with Donald Trump? Nope. He must have her roped into something. She won't be able to. I feel like Melania is trapped. It's really interesting. She won't be able to. Okay, she won't be. Okay, does that mean she won't be able to divorce him? It doesn't mean she won't be able to divorce him. It means that they have something contractual that she can't get out of. Does it have to do with Epstein? Wow. Okay, so anyway, entertainment purposes only. I'm picking up that Melania signed something with Donald. This is not a prenup. This is some kind of a contract, and the guys are saying it has something to do with what went on with Epstein. I'm just going to leave that there, because that's just too dark of a hole to go down. Too much of a rabbit hole there. So, my. We have, I want to take a look at Kash Patel. Donald had so many people around him that had no business being in government. And I'll tell you something. We have got to learn from this. The United States of America has got to learn from this. First of all, the people need to know, people need to be more educated about our government. We need to, we talked about this at our Grassroots of Democracy meeting last night. We need to get people trained in civics. The other thing is, we can't just have any, you know, Tom, Dick, Joe, or Betty in the White House who doesn't know anything about anything and is a malignant sociopathic narcissist. We can't have that. I want to look at Kash Patel, speaking of heinous people with personality disorders. You know Kash Patel, he's the Indian looking guy. He looks like he's from India. Well, he has an Indian name. And his eyes like bug out really crazy. That should tell you something. I think he's going to jail. That's a pendulum question. Is Kash Patel going to jail? I see him. I see him in handcuffs. Is Kash Patel going to jail? Yeah, he's going to jail. And I also pick up with Kash Patel that is an interesting name, because I feel like Trump paid him off to stay quiet. I'm going to pick 3 cards on Kash Patel. And you know, all this, it's just, and we still have the January 6th hearings. We all need to bond together and, you know, hold each other up through these times. Seriously. That's why we have Grassroots of Democracy. Kash Patel is going to jail. It's the end for him. There's no place for him to turn. And I feel like Trump, I feel hush money, I feel hush money around Kash Patel. Like, you know, I will give you these millions, and your promise, your part of the deal is you don't get to tell anyone the truth. Kash Patel. Kash Patel is going to start telling on other people. I feel like he's going to tell something about Mark Meadows. And Kash Patel will get a lighter sentence because he squeals. Very interesting. Let's take a look at Mark Meadows. He's been awfully quiet. And then, you know, we're back to the Ginny Thomas and the Clarence Thomas and January 6th, and I don't know how we're supposed to keep up with all this news. That's why the psychics are here. Right? I cannot believe it got hot and humid again. But it rained like a millionth of an inch. Here. I know Monday it was raining in Maine. That was definitely a good thing. Mark Meadows. Let's take a look. What's going on with Mark Meadows? Oh, Mark Meadows is aware of what he's facing because he's facing justice. I think what's going to go down with the January 6th committee hearings in September is going to nail Mark Meadows. He's going to have to surrender. And I feel like Liz Cheney has the goods on Mark Meadows. She's got the goods on other people too. But this is what I'm getting about Mark Meadows. Justice. He's going to have to surrender. And it's Liz Cheney. There are a couple people that I've noticed have a certain demeanor about them, that they feel like, I know something, but I'm not going to tell you yet. Like, Liz Cheney is one, and believe it or not, the other one is Joe Biden. I just feel it in Joe Biden, and hello, wasn't I saying we need somebody, we need a strong leader to get up there and do the same kind of rallies to be the counter to what Trump had been doing up until pretty recently. Doing rallies. And then they, you know, the FBI moved in with their search warrant. So Joe Biden gets out there yesterday and, where was he? In Maryland? Delaware? I forget. I was on vacation. I wasn't paying too much attention, but he had a rally. I was so happy to see that. I was so thrilled to see that. The Democrats can now run on a platform of we've done this, 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 we've done this. There's so much. And if you look up a list of what the Biden administration has accomplished in the last year and a half, it'll boggle your mind in a good way. Hang on, I dropped a card. I thought I dropped a card. Yes, I did. I don't know why I always do this. Joe Biden is happy. This reminds me of Jill Biden, of his wife. So I feel like things are going well. I think they just had a little bit of a retreat too. They had a little summer vacation too. So it was so great to see Joe Biden, you know, the counter to Trump, but Liz Cheney and Joe Biden have similar energy right now where they just know things, but they're not going to tell yet. And just my psychic impression is that Joe Biden has, he might have just deduced, he has a pretty good idea that Trump will never be able to be in the White House again, run for anything. And that there's too much, the DOJ has too much on him. Even though Joe Biden says he doesn't want to even know what's going on, and I respect him for that, I don't think he has to know. I don't think he has to have the DOJ's notes or anything. I really think that Joe Biden, gosh, he's been in politics his entire life. I think he's put two and two together and thought there's no way that Donald J. Trump can get any further than he has. The problem is, he sold our secrets. Donald sold our secrets. I just do keep getting, though, that we can scramble the information. Our troops are in danger. People that work for the United States overseas, they're in a heightened danger because of Trump, but we've made it this far. I feel like it's going to be okay. I'm going to pick 3 cards on are we going to be okay even though our secrets have been leaked? I'm just going to look because we're here. It's a little stuck right now. It's we don't know. We don't know if we're going to be okay because our secrets have been leaked. They don't have enough information in terms of how far the Secret Service documents went. But this is interesting because I feel like as a little bit of time goes on, they're going to get cooperation from our allies. This is about how much danger we're in with our Secret Service information being leaked, our secret documents. I feel like we're in communication with our allies, and the guides are telling me something about Putin. There's going to be strong communication. So right now they're in a bit of a logjam in terms of figuring out which secrets were leaked, which ones they can scramble, and that kind of thing, in case they were leaked. I just have this really strong sense that a lot of people know more than we might think. Hang on. Cards are flying around today. Oh, by the way, it's a new moon in Virgo tomorrow. Let me tell you what time. Tomorrow at, well, early in the wee hours, 4:17 a.m. tomorrow. So if you're a Virgo, happy birthday. My sister had a birthday yesterday. It was fun. Virgos tend to be nurses and caregivers and really into details and, you know, paying attention to details. And I'm going to take the time with the new moon in Virgo to, you know, sort of get more organized. So happy birthday if you're a Virgo, and happy new moon if you're not a Virgo. You can still ride the wave of this new moon energy and, you know, tidy up and stuff, right? Let's hope that America's tidying up. Let's switch gears a bit. Let's go to Ron DeSantis, because he's getting worse and worse by the minute. So if you haven't heard, they passed like some kind of a law a few years back that, you know, if you were a convicted felon and you'd serve your time and then you were back being living your civilian life, you paid your dues and done the penalty, you could then vote. And after that happened and some of the, you know, past felons voted, he turned around and got them arrested. Ron DeSantis doesn't care if he goes to hell. I hope he's not running around telling people he's a Christian. Honestly. Ron DeSantis. I'm just doing a general, like, what's going on with him right now? He's acting like an idiot. Ron DeSantis acting like an idiot. He's not covered all his bases. He's got some convictions coming. Ron DeSantis has some convictions coming. He's in cahoots with Russia. Ron DeSantis is. It's going to be found out. That's what I got on him. Yep. And I do want to look at some of the Republicans that were, you know, all about, oh, Trump can do no wrong. They really think he's God or something. Yeah, Trump, oh no, you know, defund the FBI. And, you know, now they're being quiet, like the Lindsey Grahams and, oh, we do have to look at what's going on in Georgia, too. Let's see. Let's look at... I want to look at Greg Abbott for some reason. I know there's a group, if you haven't heard of it, it's called Mothers Against Greg Abbott, so it spells MAGA. Speaking of MAGA, Joe Biden's now referring to the MAGAites, that movement, as semi-fascism. Let's be straight. It's fascism. Greg Abbott is a fascist. Let's take a look at what's going on for him right now. Oh, you know what? The Uvalde chief of police did get fired. I said that heads would roll. I said people would be fired. He was fired. All right. Greg Abbott. Greg Abbott has some legal matters that are stuck. It's interesting that Ron DeSantis and Greg Abbott both get this card. Oh no, the other one was the Four of Swords. I stand corrected. But this is similar too. This is more about legal matters for him that are actually in process. I feel like the DOJ is going to come down on Greg Abbott. I hate to call him Governor Abbott because he's not a governor. He's a fascist. Around the immigrants, busing the immigrants, I think that that's like really totally illegal. It's abusive. I think there was coercion. I think that he had the immigrants sign papers that they consented to being bused for 36 hours in the heat. I mean, with that many people on a bus, you know, couldn't have been comfortable. They probably didn't have many bathroom breaks or water, I'm guessing, because Greg Abbott is into being cruel. So anyway, this card is indicating that there are lawsuits moving forward against him right now, that they're in motion. With DeSantis, it was like there's still some stuff pending, but you'll be seeing Governor Abbott having lawsuits. Yeah, actually, he's committed international crimes with the immigrants. I'm wondering if the ACLU is going to come down on him. The guy's just said amnesty. I'm not really sure. Something like that. Anyway, the world, it's an international problem. The president of Mexico is very unhappy with what Greg Abbott's doing. There's a right way and a wrong way to do things. Greg Abbott did the lazy ass, most cruel thing possible. Beto's taking Greg Abbott down. Beto, we love Beto. I saw Beto hugging one of his people that attended his rallies, and I just wanted to hug him too, but I couldn't jump through the TV. Let's really get excited about the good people that are running for office. This darkness has forced us to shine our lights way brighter and to participate and to stop just laying on the couch thinking that we don't matter. Honestly, it's true. That's what I think. So, let's look at Brian Kemp in Georgia. Stacey Abrams has to beat him in a landslide. Will she beat him in a landslide? He's he goes to the Trump school of, I'm above the law. What do you want me to show up at court? You want me to answer questions? But I'm Brian Kemp. He's a horrible person, putting women through such hell, taking away their reproductive care. Really. What was I going to ask about him? Is Brian Kemp going down? Yes. Brian Kemp's done. Done. Kemp is done. Sorry, I'm getting carried away. Let's see. So what I'm looking at with Brian Kemp is, he's supposed to show up to the grand jury or something, isn't he, in Georgia? And he's just saying, well, no, he doesn't need to do that because he's too damn important. That's what he's doing. Can you imagine? Oh, Brian Kemp is like, the judge is, there's a judge who's like, yeah, tell me another one. You're coming, you're showing up, and you're answering questions. So this is Brian Kemp. These are really bad cards for him. He's heartbroken because it's not working. They're all going through the same thing. It's like, oh, but I'm supposed to be able to finagle the legal system, and I'm supposed to be above the law, and I'm supposed to, You're going to be extremely disappointed, Brian Kemp. Yes, you are. He doesn't know what to do with that information. That's for sure. Truth will win. The Ace of Swords nowadays is a really nice card to see because it's great intensity, great force, truth, communication, strong communication, no doubt, no gray area. I am happy to see that. I just see like fireworks going off. Brian Kemp is done. I want to see that around DeSantis too. I'm going to go back to DeSantis for a second because I want to take a peek at what is happening with Disney. Disney and DeSantis. I want to take a quick look at that. And by the way, I'm kind of interested to know, they haven't released the dates yet, but when the next hearings are going to be, the next January 6th hearings are going to be. Okay, so back to DeSantis and Disney. D&D. DeSantis versus Mickey Mouse. And so DeSantis doesn't like Mickey Mouse anymore. Maybe he never did. And he doesn't like rainbows. He doesn't like rainbows and he doesn't like Mickey Mouse. He's no fun. This is DeSantis and Disney. This is DeSantis. This is Disney. We have a right under our First Amendment of free speech. We can say what we want. And Disney said they didn't like it, that what Ron DeSantis was doing, targeting people that are gay, bullying, just being horrifying. I mean, there are no words, honestly. So this is DeSantis versus Disney. DeSantis doesn't know what to do. These guys are getting in between a rock and a hard place. They don't know what to do. This is DeSantis versus Disney. They're gonna break him. Disney is gonna break DeSantis, and I mean monetarily. He's gonna have nothing left. This is Ron DeSantis pretending he has money and pretending he has it all under control. Remember I told you the other day that Ron DeSantis, when I see him talking, he's all red and bloated and he looks like he has a stomach ache. People, it's not worth your health. I mean, to be a horrible person, your health pays a huge price. Don't think for 1 second that Donald J. Trump is just going around with vitality and happy health. It's not happening. I know there are so many other things we can read on right now. It's finally cooling down a bit. It's getting late too. So I want to. I went blueberry picking in Maine. Just thinking I need to drop some blueberries off tonight. So good. For our last thing that we're gonna read on, what should I pick? Is Donald J. Trump going to is he gonna go to jail? See, I'm getting that indecisive thing again. Gosh, I wonder, is he gonna have massive health problems? Is Donald J. Trump gonna have massive health problems? That's not it either. What is it? Aren't you gonna tell me? Is it house arrest? Is Donald J. Trump gonna be under house arrest? Yeah, I keep on getting the same exact thing. He's going to be under house arrest. I guess it might be too risky for him to be in prison. But his CFO is going to prison. Is Weisselberg going to prison for more than 3 months? More than 3 months? More than 6 months? Undecided. Oh, but no. It looks like Weisselberg's going to jail for more than 6 months. Interesting. Is Weisselberg going to prison for the maximum sentence? It doesn't want to tell me. It doesn't want to tell me. But now it does. Weisselberg is going to get the maximum sentence. That's what the pendulum is saying. You know, it's not 100%, but it gives me the likelihood. Wow. Is America going to land on its feet and save democracy? Let's just see what cards we pull about that, and then I will let you go. And tomorrow we have our hands-on Grassroots of Democracy meeting, and at that meeting what we do is we sign petitions, we do research, we talk about other meetings we can attend, other organizations we can support. We spend 90 minutes together, 5 minutes of chit chat, and then we get down and we just work in a Zoom meeting. We have silence and we work like, you know, old-fashioned going to the library. Shh, we get to work. And then we talk about what we're getting accomplished. So we do that for 90 minutes every Saturday. Grassrootsofdemocracy@gmail.com. Type AYE in the subject line to receive the Zoom invite. So we have 2 meetings a week. All right. America and democracy. Sometimes it's good right now during this time to just pause and to visualize democracy winning, because it's looking better. Things are looking better. Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune. Yes, we're gonna. This is I don't want to like frighten everyone, or just, you don't have to think this is bad, but something's going to really get shaken up in America. And it could be just Donald Trump, having his freak out, like I mentioned earlier. Something big is going to break. And the Wheel of Fortune is a turn of events for the better for America in this reading. And the Queen of Swords is indicating to me that it's about the women's reproductive rights that will cause democracy to win. So as draconian and medieval and horrifying it is that the Republicans are taking away a woman's right to choose what happens in her life, that is the issue that's going to make us lean more heavily into democracy being secure and winning. Wow. It's a lot of stuff. So that's all I have for you tonight. It's been a pleasure. I think tomorrow's going to be cooler, which will be nice. And if you'd like to book a reading, I think I keep forgetting to tell you. I have room. AnnetteDionPsychic@gmail.com. And just request a reading and we'll get back to you with some times. And AnnetteDion7@gmail.com is my personal email, and that's what you write to with type 20 in the subject line if you want to join us on Tuesday nights for our meditation. It's very powerful. It's only 20 minutes. And have a really good day or evening. And I'll be back on Sunday with Church of Spirituality as usual. And back on Monday with another PNN. Unless something like really big and important happens between now and Monday. Hopefully this will tie you over. All right. I love you all. I appreciate your kind comments. Just want to let you know that I don't really respond to them, but I do. Eventually I read them. So thank you, and I appreciate you all. And we're all doing this together and collectively. I think that the psychics on YouTube are collectively lifting the energy so much. I mean, other things too, but other organizations and people too. But I really do feel like the collective energy of the psychics on YouTube, their subscribers, their viewers, is lifting the energy pretty significantly. I mean, we're here for a reason. We all got called to do this, we didn't plan on doing this. Here we are, though. All right. Love you. Namaste. Take good care. Appreciate yourself. And have a great day. Bye.